Hello guys, this is Pap from Pap back at it again, and we are here today because we've got the first variation with ZING, actually one of my favorite. And as you may have seen from the thumbnail, I'm talking about the invoked variation that I honestly think is gonna be meta. Okay, maybe I'm going too quickly, too far, but I just feel that it's so good. It actually gave me those feelings that I had when I first started to play Invoked Magician Girls. That for all of you that follow me since enough time, at least 1 year, you should know that that was one of my favorite decks that I used to play a lot, even in competitive tournaments, and it made it actually brought me so many good results. I actually had that feeling with this deck, so it's one of my favorite already, and who knows where this deck can go. Before jumping right into it, guys, just a quick reminder: if you enjoy the content, please leave a like and subscribe. I really appreciate it, it really helps me a lot. Let's jump right into it. So I'm here with Yami Yugi and, of course, Destiny Draw. So the deck is pretty standard. Now I do actually I'm hearing, of course, all of your suggestions, and one of you suggests to use Powerful Rebirth, and you would actually write Powerful Rebirth, it's better than Oasis of Dragon Souls. Why? Because actually a Powerful Rebirth has two good benefits. The first one is that if it stays on the field, you can actually make the monster you revive a plus one in its level. So for example, if you have a Swanee and you revive a Jiaozu or vice versa, you can have a level 7, so this means a quick play Black Rose Dragon in your opponent's field just with 2 monsters. And also the other good benefit is that if you use Oasis of Dragon Souls and your opponent is actually hitting that with a Cosmic Cyclone or any back row removal, then the monster gets destroyed. And we know that, of course, even if it gets destroyed, we get the effect out. But actually, if you do want to have that monster, you want to keep that monster, with Powerful Rebirth, you're gonna do it. You're gonna keep the monster, because even if Powerful Rebirth leaves the field, you get to keep the monster you just revived, but you only lose the +1 on its level, so it's pretty nice. So as you can see, the monsters are almost the same. We've got triple Jiaozu, triple Swanee, triple Chiwen, that this time is the level 1 tuner, and this is another suggestion from one of you. It is really good, honestly. Also, especially because it can revive itself, so it can just be, also a defensive play. And then we've got the Big C, the level 2, just because, the Big C plus the Swanee plus the Jiaozu means a Baxia that is immune to trap and it has 2800 attack, so it's pretty good. Then we've got, of course, the Alistair, a couple of Alistair plus the Invocation. And then, other than the Powerful Rebirth, I put in a couple of Book of Moon that can be actually one of maybe the best people of the game. Even if I'm still, I still have some doubts, because with Destiny Draw, that we could play basically an Entrap, and also because we have still the slots for the limited 2, you can definitely play Kydroid instead of the Book of Moon, or a couple of Sphere Kuribos. Simply they can be a better choice, but for now I'm using the Book of Moon and I'm feeling good, but I could anyway switch to any Entrap with these 2 slots. For the extra deck instead, I felt like 2 Purgatorio are enough, triple is too much. Now, if you do miss some of this, you can take into account playing a Kaliga, just as a turn 1 play. You could use a Jiaozu, honestly, but I really do not feel it is needed. And then among the synchros, 2 Baxia are needed in my opinion, just because if the first Baxia play fails, I like the idea to have another one, and a couple of times it was needed. Then Christian Quarian Gundrax, that is in this deck possible only if you have a powerful rebirth, only if one of your monsters has been summoned with a powerful rebirth, and maybe not, because yes, with one of them must have to be summoned with powerful rebirth, because for example 2 Jiaotsu, one of them being summoned with a powerful rebirth, and then Swanny, then you can go with Christian Quarian Grandrax. Then of course the Black Rose Dragon, that with powerful rebirth is such an easy play in your opponent's turn. And Vulcan the Divine, I slept on this for the first trial, because this is just so good, because it's an if effect, so you cannot miss the timing, and it's really good. So this actually can be summoned even without the powerful rebirth if you have a Jiaotsu and a Swanny, so it's ready, it's definitely a good thing, honestly. And guys, that was all, I guess, for the explanation. I do think this deck is so good, honestly so good. You can deal basically with anything, and I don't know, it just seems to me very good. Also keep in mind that if you do not want to get rid of the Swan in the grave by banishing it with for the Alistair play, you can also use a Black Rose Dragon or Vulcan the Divine that are both fire guys, so you can banish them to go into your Purgatrio. So, and stay tuned for the replay, because with this deck I just got 9 wins in a row. It was simply insane. That's why I actually had those feeling of really having a top deck in my hand. So guys, that was all for the explanation. We can jump right into the replays. Here we go, first replay. This was my rank up to legend. We've got a Shooting Star Road deck, so we're talking about Stardust with Yusei Fudo. Let's see what we've got. We've got a turn 1 play right here, guys. Keep in mind I could have used the effect of Jiaotsu to bring out a couple of guys, but then I would have forced to synchro, because otherwise the guys I just summoned with this effect gets banished. So that's why I prefer just to have a sat monster, you know, to be chilling, and even if he managed to destroy it, I can just bring out another guy from my deck. So it's got Junk Synchron right there to summon the Junk Converter. So toggle on as soon as the Junk Converter hits the field, the Book of Moon on the Junk Synchron, and we're chilling. It's got a couple of back rows, but that's fine. There you go, I can flip up the Jiaotsu, use the effect to bring out a couple of guys, and nothing right here, and boom, Baxia is here. You activate the effect, target the back rows and the converter, but it's got a floodgate. That is not a problem, because as long as you summon this guy with the Bixie, as you already saw in my latest videos, my latest ZING video, this guy is unaffected by trap cards, so no sir, thank you. And all comes back, and you will see in a moment that this was not the best choice, you know, to choose the Junk Converter over the Junk Synchron. So I used the effect. I still do not have lethal, unfortunately. I could deal some damage, but look at that, he actually had the Warrior turning alive, so he could just recycle the Junk Synchron, so he could go with the, of course, the combo straight away. As you can see right here, Junk Warrior to summon, to be summoned, then the effect of Junk Converter to bring back the Junk Synchron, again Synchro Summon, Stardust Dragon, then the skill, of course, to bring out the Formula Synchron, then Synchro Summon into the Shooting Star Dragon, but he decided not to use the effect though. Maybe he was afraid of not having that much tuners. That's fine. He popped the Baxia, but we're still chilling. And because a Yangzing monster was destroyed, I get to use the effect of Chiwen and summon him from the grave. So pretty nice. But I was really unlucky with the draw. As you can see right here, nothing to use right there. Also, he popped the Chiwen that gets banished because it was summoned by its own effect. I also got another Swanny. There was another bad, another poor draw. He's got Stardust Shimmer to bring out another Stardust Dragon, actually the one from the grave, so he can attack, but Swan is gonna bring out a Chi1, another Chi1, then Chi1's effect is gonna bring out instead a Jiao. I'm just hoping to draw any young ZING card, so but I was unlucky once again. I decided to go with the Suani because I have a quick play. He's got the Galaxy Cyclone right here, then I use Powerful Rebirth to bring out the Big C, and now even if I, you know, now the Powerful Rebirth is gonna get destroyed, but I get to keep the monster. So as soon as you enter the battle phase, boom, quick synchro, second Baxia, as I told you, it was useful. Boom, all the tree gets sent back to gets shuffled back to the deck. And now look at that, we've got Alistair to summon, then Baxia to recycle and summon Swanee, then Invocation to bring out a Purgatrio, and that is what you call an overkill, my boys. Look at that, he's got the trap, but actually, stay with me, I remember this guy using the lines, and he was pretty confident. Well, you know why? Because he had Wall of D. That would have actually saved him, because now with triple monster, Wall of D's detract actually 2400, so these will have been 400 and these will have been just 100. Maybe still not safe because I got the Alistair in my hand, but what he forgot once again is that my Baxia is immune to trap, so it's unaffected, and that's how you do it, my boys. There you go. Here was on my 3-win streak against a Sadokaiba Ultimate Dragons. Let's see what we've got. Not a good hand, but he completely bricked, as you can see right here. But I bricked as well, and I didn't set any monster because I was I felt safe with the Book of Moon, and also Blue Eyes usually do not OTK, and I was hoping to draw the Jiao too, you know, just to then discard these guys to get the effect. And he's got the Maiden, and then in the end phase the effect of the stones to bring out the Blue Eyes. I just got a big C, so I could set something. He's got the Ancient Rules right here to bring out the Dragon Spirit of White. He targeted my Book of Moon. I activate that in response, but he's got another Blue Eyes in his hand, so he could just dodge it, and boom, we've got two blue eyes, and decided to go into the Blue Eyes Twin Burst Dragon, attack the first one, Big C's effect to bring out Chi-Wen, and on purpose I summoned this guy with 0 attack because I wanted him to trigger the Destiny Draw. So there you go, he fell into the trap, then Chi-Wen to bring out Jiao 2, he has no more attacks, so I'm just chilling right now because Destiny Draw allows me to draw the Alistair, then Jiao 2 effect to bring out a couple of guys without performing my normal summon, then Synchro Shokan into Baxia. It's gonna target these guys, this is gonna be shuffled back into the deck, the Maiden as well, but the Maiden is gonna bring out the Blue Eyes first. So as you can see right here, Blue Eyes is coming, but I'm not done. I can summon the Alistair, use the Baxi effect to bring out a Chi-Wen, and then use the Invocation play to go with Purgatrio. And right here, guys, I did made a mistake. You know why? Because I had little. I should have not used the effect of Baxia, honestly, because I could have revived something with the Powerful Rebirth, but I misplayed right here. Also, I could have done simply, you know what? I could have used the boost as soon as before the battle phase, and then use the Powerful Rebirth to revive the Alistair. That with 1100 attack would have been enough to have lethal. So that was my misplay. Here's the effect of the White Stone to recycle the Blue Eyes White Dragon. Then he's got the Cards of Consonance to draw 2. He summons the Maiden, and then he's got the skill because the first Blue Eyes was summoned without the skill. So we are in a bad spot right here. Blue Eyes is here, as you can see right here, the Twin Burst Dragon popping both my guys. So this is not the best option right here, but I was so lucky pulling out the invocation. I went first with an Alistar that has a level +1 in the level, so it's level 5, plus the Vulcan the Divine, +1 the Chiwen, of course. I mean, I've got 6 at this Vulcan the Divine to target the Blue Eyes Twin Burst Dragon. Then I can just go with invocation, and as you can see right here, the very good nice fact is that instead of targeting himself, I was able to target the Powerful Rebirth. So it was pretty nice because now I got another Powerful Rebirth to use. But of course it's not gonna be needed. Invocation to have the boost in my hand. I'm gonna attack the Maiden first with the Vulcan the Divine so that I trigger its effect to bring out the Blue Eyes from the grave. But now this little girl, it's in defense mode. I can just do piercing damage, and you know, that's how you do it. Even with the misplay, I was still able to take this win home because this deck is too strong. Here instead, I was on my 6th win in a row. As you can see right here, we've got some Cyber Dragon players. So Court to begin with the Fire, and he's got, of course, to add the Trap card, and you can see right here how he misplayed, I guess. Maybe, you know, you definitely cannot call it a misplay. At least not a total misplay. I had the Geo to play and I was lucky for this, but at this moment he should have used the effect, you know, to pop 2 of my monsters. Now it is true that even if he pops this guy, I can bring other ones out. I mean, unless if he pops the Jiaotu though, I cannot use the effect of Jiaotu to bring out another one because you can only use one effect of Jiaotu per turn and only once that turn. But of course, if he pops the Bixie or this one, you can just use their effect to bring out another one. That's true, but you know, you can't wait for me to go for a Baxia because now the point is I can just, you know, shuffle everything back to the deck. He used the Cybernetic Overflow, but Baxia is immune because I summon it with Bixie. Then I can just go with Invocation from my hand to go with Purgatrio, and that's how you do it, my boys. There you go. This was my 7th win in a row, interrupting a rank up, and this was my rank up from Legend rank 1 to 2. We've got not a perfect hand, and this is a Destiny hero, actually the Clock of Destiny stuff, as you can see. We've got a bad hand because they are only monsters, but that's the strength of this deck. Even if we got only monsters and not Jiaotu, we can still do something because just setting a monster can ensure us to survive, as long as he does not go into Malevolent Sea, for example, that banishes, so he does not trigger the effect of our young ZING monsters. So I got a Book of Moon, at least at defense, but we know that this is gonna be popped. At least I thought, because he didn't use this, he used the Typhoon because I think he wanted to use on his field spell, so he decided to attack, and that's fine because the Swan is gonna bring out a Chiwen, then the Typhoon on his field spell to go into the effect and bring out the Dreadmaster that's gonna pop the Stratos and summon the Celestial from the grave, attacking the Chiwen that's gonna bring out the Jiaotu. Now we're chilling. He goes for the Mask Change play, but for that I've got my Book of Moon, so I'm chilling. And now without performing my normal summon, I can just shuffle 3 cards from my opponent's field into the deck. Look at that, and my Baxia is immune to trap once again, using the effect, and still he tried to use the Fiendish Chain. Nope, my boy, nope. So everything goes away. I can just, you know, I didn't have to use the effect of Baxia because I already got Swanee, the one with the highest attack, so I could just go for Lethal, as you can see right here. This was my rank up duel, guys. There you go. My 8th win in a row right here against the Seto Kaiba peak performance. Let's see what we've got. I decided to begin with the Swanee Sat and a Powerful Rebirth. I should be chilling. He's got Triumite. So look at that. It goes on with the Triumite Hunter. I use the effect of Swanee, and here comes the spice. It's the battle phase. Toggle on, then Powerful Rebirth. So with the effect of Swanee, I bring out a Jiaotu, then Powerful Rebirth makes Swanee level 5, 5 plus 2 is 7. Quick Synchro Black Rose Dragon. There you go, my man. Everything is popped except the monster because with the effect of Trimid Fortress, the Trimid monster cannot be destroyed by cut effects. And I did pop a Book of Moon. So it's my turn, I already got the play. There you go, Alistair to bring out an invocation, then invocation right here to go directly into an invoked Purgatrio. I decided to keep this one in my hand just in case my Purgatrio dies and I draw into yugioh. So of course recycling the Alistair, I can just attack, and he already got the Sphinx that right now is not big enough. So I can just attack once again, boom. Why didn't get the boost, honestly? Why didn't get the boost? Because while he controlled another Triamid card, I forgot that part, so that's why he didn't have anything. And when it's his turn, he's got nothing to come back, so that's how you do it, my boys. There you go. Last but not least, 9 win in a row. Let's see. We've got, I mean, it's a good hand as long as we've got at least one back row. And it's Stellar Knight, one of my favorite decks, honestly, to play with. And right here, guys, knowing how the deck is played, how my opponents plays, knowing the combos made me win. Look at that, it's got a pretty nice combo with the bridge, so bringing out the Vega that brings out the Unicoli from his hand, then actually sees Shogun into Bartholomeus that then brings out the Deltaros. So it's got a set card, and I predicted that this was a Stellar Nova Alpha, and I've got the answer. So Book of Moon to begin with. That is not a thing you would have done actually, you know, because you have yugioh, you could have just summoned yugioh and then go into Baxia to shuffle all into the deck. But, you know, if this is a Stellar Nova Alpha, the counter trap with the Book of Moon is stopped. And in fact, as I activated Book of Moon, there was the delay that it could activate something, but then after I flipped face down this, there was no more delay, so this was a Stellar Nova Alpha. So I could just do all my stuff without any interruption. Baxia is coming, shuffling all of his cards back into the deck, then setting the Powerful Rebirth to have a target to pop with my Baxia, bringing out the Tsuani, and I've got lethal. That's how you do it, my boys. That's how you do it. So guys, that was all for the replays and the commentary. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you liked the idea. I really enjoyed this because, you know I liked Invoked. I played Invoked for so long, and this is just what can be meta again. So guys, I hope you enjoyed. Of course, if you have some questions, don't be afraid of asking in the comment section down below. Thanks a lot for watching, and as always, see you in the next one.